Okay, so let's review Comic Tom's top 10 list that he's published yesterday. And I've got two picks for Remember Me's, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is because I'm talking about two books that I just bought. Stick around. Welcome back, family. Thank you for joining yet again here at Ohana Comics. Yeah, so ComicTom dropped his top 10 list yesterday. It looks like JP's budget collecting has switched, and he's reviewing his hot 10 list. So I'll hit one, let him hit the other, and all's good, and and we'll debunk everything he puts out there. Let's just jump right into it. We're coming in at number 10. We got Detective Comics number 1063. Man, that just sounds weird to say that. You have to... I remember back in the days we were only at 600. It is the 1 in 25 Amano variant. Amano is somebody who does like the Final Fantasy, and he's done some Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering cards rather. Again, I'm not familiar with his art. I'm going by what I saw on the ComicTom video. Honestly, I hope I don't tick people off with this. I'm not a big fan of this cover. I don't think it's fantastic. I mean, it's definitely a definitive style, but that style just, it doesn't hit me. It's not for me. It's a 1 in 25. It's going for 40 to 50. They said $40 average sales, but it's going for 40 to 50. If it's going from 40 to 50, then the average sale is 45. The average can't be the lowest price, right? Also, they said the pre-sales were going for 60. Well, that means that people knew about this before it came out, so it's not surprising anybody. It's 1 in 25. Going for 40 average sales of $40. I say this comes down in price. If you really want this book, I'd hold off on getting it right now. Just wait a little while. Coming in number 9, Trespasser number 1. This is a 4-issue limited series. It's 2017. It got optioned, and now they picked a director. So it's not just an option; they're actually filming it. Now there have been a lot. It's 4-issue limited series. I assume they're going to make it into a movie. $5 to $75 for Raw. Actually, they said average sale $5, but it's going for anywhere from $5 to $75. Again, how can the average price be $5 if the selling range is $5 to $75? Doesn't make sense. No CGC graded copies. I think they said there's one copy on the census at a 9.8, and it's never been sold. And there's no copies of 2, 3, and 4. Well, look, if you can find this at $5 or pick it up in your LCS for $5, maybe even 10, I'd grab it. If you can, don't go spending anything more than $10 for this book. Okay, it's been around for 5 years and nobody cared about it. Now all of a sudden it's being turned into a movie, and we assume that just because it's, how many books have been made into shows and movies, and then once those movies pass, the book just drops, like old guard again. Come on. Oh, speaking of, come on. Previews number 408. Okay, Previews, the free magazine they give you every week. Syndicate does it digitally, so we don't get it over there. But this is a really thick book talking about all the books that come out. And it's free. Big whoop. It's a free book. You know why? Because they put a free copy of a Bad Idea comic book in it. I'll be honest, once he said that, I fast forwarded to the next book. Everything, if you are thinking about buying anything from Bad Idea, just remember, that's a bad idea. Nothing goes anywhere, okay? If you have the opportunity to buy a donut and eat it, 24 hours later, it's worth the same as a book. Think about that. So, no, hell no, don't get this. Okay. Number 7, Batman number 609, first appearance of Hush. This because the writer has signed on to continue with Robert Pattinson's Batman run, and it's pretty well defined that Hush is going to be in it, and I kind of like that idea. I think it's a great character, but we don't buy it when the news hits. Even if though he's signed it, he still has to write it, and they have to do everything involved. You're at least 3 years away for it. Wait a year and a half, or wait a year, or wait until it's not in the news anymore and it becomes a Remember Me. But if they all of a sudden cast and say, hey, we're signed on this person to play Hush, and it shoots up again, you missed your little window to buy it, but that's now you don't buy it here. Give it 6-7 months. You know, get your little notepad, or better yet, just wait for me. I'll try to throw it into a Remember Me. Number 6, Black Cat Annual, number 1. It's so weird to see Black Cat books up there instead of Catwoman books. I mean, Black Cat is the copy. Let's be honest. I'm a Marvel fan, but I have to admit that's a copy. $18 for a Raw, $99 for a 9.8. First full team appearance of the Tiger Edition, Tiger Division, whatever. All the characters have already been out. It's just the first time they came together in one book. I can't think of any other books where all the characters were already there and then they brought them together. Oh wait, yes I can. Midnight Suns. Yeah. $18 for a Raw. It's kind of high. It's a 2019 book, 21 book. It just came out last year. Now, I personally, I'm gonna pass on that. Number 5. I don't doubt this one. Sandman Omnibus number 1. $2.25 for average sales and $4.50, and this is not CGC rated, even though it said that on the little tab. This is unopened because it was wrapped in plastic. How do you know it's not CGC graded? It's over 1,000 pages. This is a monster. Okay, this is an unabridged dictionary. This is what you level out a table with when you knock a leg off. This is the wrong time to buy this because Sandman is so hopped up in the news right now. But this is a book that if you were ever making a really cool bookshelf, not like, you know, slabs so you can see it this way, but books that you see this way, you know, just by the binders, like first printing of, you might actually get into omnibuses. I would wait a little bit. I think the original sale price on this was $100 or $125. This might come back down to $175 after some of the hype has dropped in a few months. This would be a really nice book to pick up. Also, since this might be opening the floodgates that other people will start looking into other omnibuses, like the first 50 issues or whatever, the first 20 issues of Spider-Man, the first issues of X-Men, the first issues of Fantastic Four, the real old reprint omnibuses that, you know, if you can find them still wrapped in plastic, this might be a really good time to try and shop for those. Because this might open people's eyes going, what are all these omnibuses? Hey, this is cool. So just keep your eye out for the real key omnibuses and wait a little while on that if you want to get it. I'm probably going to be looking for that myself because I just think, just even the outside, the hardcover, it looks really great. Coming in number 4, Star Wars High Republic Adventures number 8. First appearance of Sav Mulgana. I wrote Mulligan, but I thought it was Mulgana. My hand never agrees with my brain. $10 average sales, no copies of CGC as of yet, or no sales of it. There's 10 billion characters in the Star Wars universe. You never know which one is going to hit, which one isn't. If you can get it for 10 or 8, go ahead. Don't go over it. Number 3. Sensational She-Hulk number 1. I love this book, and I want this book. I want this book very badly in a 9.8. I'm not buying it right now. By the way, I'm also loving the show. We had a lot of fun with the episode 2 reaction video. If you didn't get a chance to watch that, we're just laughing. We're having a ball. I'm loving Sherry joining the crew, and can't wait to do more videos with us as a trio, threesome, whichever. $30 average sale, $2.25 for a 9.8. Now, as they pointed out, this was a book that sold $5 year-round. That's because nobody had interest in She-Hulk. I really think this character is here to stay. Don't go by the 38% of people that are review bombing it with a 1 that never watched 2 minutes of it. Don't go by the 35% of people that are reviewing it a 10 just to counteract the 1s. It's a good 7.5 to an 8. Just go into it saying, I'm going to watch a good, fun, sensational She-Hulk-ish. If you ever read that comic, you know what you're getting into with this series. And just sit back and laugh and have fun. Some of the jokes are really funny. Some of them are corny. Some of them don't hit. Some people, they hit some people. They don't hit other people. But it's fun. Okay, this kind of makes me remember why I read comic books. To smile, to laugh, you know? So, it's a comedy show. It really is. So, yeah, I would hold off on getting that. If you can get a high grade for 20 to 25, I don't know if it's going to come below that. And the 9.8s, I'm going to be shooting for getting one around 175 and everything dies down. And again, 6 months. Number 2, Conan the Barbarian, number 23. First appearance of Red Sonja. Now, I know that it's the first appearance, but for some reason, I thought number 24 was a hotter commodity because not only, I think that's her first cover appearance. It shows right there. So I don't know if they put this on the list so they could get people to stop buying the 24 so they can buy them up. Just careful, guys. $345 average sale and a 9.8 sale for $4,560. Yeah, no, if I have $4,500, I'm going to go buy like a 3.0, 4.0 Hulk 181. I'm not buying a first appearance of Red Sonja that the movie may flop. I would rather, just seriously. $345? No, I'm not paying that for a Raw. There's a lot of other books that I would rather have for $345 than a first appearance of Red Sonja in a Raw. So, no, I don't think it's worth this. And they've got some information about the movie, so it's spiking a little bit. When it dies down, it's going to drop down. If the movie flops, it's going to crash. If the movie does well, once it passes, it's going to drop. So, nope. Absolutely not. Coming in, number 1, Meet the Skrulls. Number 1, $20 average sale, $170 for a raw 9.8. It's another, I believe that was a limited series because they think that Amelia Clark, instead of being cast for that person, is now cast for that person. Or maybe it's going to be cast for that Skrull. Or maybe that Skrull. Or maybe the Super Skrull, the Queen Skrull, the General Skrull, the Skrulliverse. Really? Every month they change who is the Skrull. It's the Skrull of the Month Club. It's the Skrull of the Month Club. Okay? You know what? I'm avoiding all the Skrulls. And when it happens, it happens. I don't, and I won't even care. I'm not going to care about the comic books. If one shoots up in value because the Secret Empire comes out and, hey, there's the book and everybody knows and that's our Mephisto and shoots up in value, guess what? 3 months after that, even that book will come down in price. So, no, I'm not buying that book. Okay, so now I've gone through the list and I'm going to talk about 2 Remember Me's with the economy. Remember Me is, in this video, I've told you several books that I think you should wait 6 months or so until they've come down in price, especially with today's market and economy. That being said, the idea of it is that if if it falls off of everybody's radar, the prices will drop. Well, if it falls off of everybody's radar, that means it's falling off of yours and my radar too. It's my job to remind you. Hey, remember these books that we talked about? This might be a good time to buy them. So, I've got 2 books that have dropped quite a bit in price over the past year. And I think that they have potential to go back up in the future, and this may be a good time to buy them. One is Marvel Now, number 1, first appearance of Kamala Khan. Now, yes, did I like the series? No. Did a lot of people like the series? Yes. A lot of people did like the series. For me, it was just too much. I thought it was like 90% family and 10% superhero, and I didn't feel that was a proper balance for a superhero TV show. That being said, a lot of people enjoyed the family aspect of it, and I'm glad. Congratulations. It wasn't my cup of tea. That's all. But we know that Kamala Khan is going to be doing a lot of other things, including being in the Marvels. So, she was a hit with a lot of the next generation of comic book collectors. Now, their first appearance a year ago, 9.8s were hitting close to $2,000. Say that with me, $2,000. April 2021, these things were hitting $2,000. $2,000, breaking the $2,000 mark for a 9.8. Those same books are now going for about $700. Okay, that's dropped 65% in price. I didn't get a 65. That's what I got. Boom. 9.6, which that's my kind of my wheelhouse anyway. A year ago, $480. By the way, this is the picture of the book that I bought. Okay, $480 a year ago. Now, what did I pay for that? I paid $154.50. They seem to be going between $150 and $200. Again, 1/3 the price. When trailers start dropping, you start seeing Kamala Khan again, and kids gonna and people realizing that, hey, now she's gonna be in this, and maybe she'll get a Miss Marvel season 2. It might not hit. It's not gonna hit those lofty levels like it did in 2021 when the government was giving away free money and everything else. Our market is correcting itself right now. So between Miss Marvel being in the low period and the market being in a low period, this book is having a double dip in price, and it may come back up halfway. If you bought a book at $700 and you were able to sell it back at $1,400 within a year, that's a nice little return on your investment. If you bought a 9.8 at $150, you could sell it for $300 in 1 year. That's a nice return on your investment. Okay, and if you want to keep it, this is I always talk about selling books and everything. Yeah, I can tell you my eBay address, and you'll see items sold in the last 3 years. So. If they are, they're not comic books, I'll tell you that. Okay, and the other book is, boom, Something is Killing the Children, #2. Now, yes, we know that we're getting this as a movie or a TV series. Okay, this is already in development. And #1 is very hot commodity. But if you remember, 1 through 9 were all pretty low print. After they hit the 10, 11, that's when everybody started jumping on the bandwagon and the prices started going up. #2 had a second print, third print, fourth print, fifth print. But still, your #1 print when the book was still new, that's your lowest printing of them. A year ago, 9.8s, $325. Now, $180 to $200. Almost half. 9.6, $150 a year ago. 9.4s a year ago, $149. So 9.4s, 9.6s, both about the same. This one right here, this is the picture of the book that I bought today off of eBay. $73. Okay, half of what it was going for a year ago. And when they make the first trailer and this starts jumping into everybody's brain again, where do you think this book is going to go? So keep your eyes open, especially on those midday auctions, like I tell you. And the time frame. Check your listings that are ending at 6 o'clock in the morning on Eastern Standard when everybody on the West Coast is sleeping. Check those ones at 1 o'clock in the afternoon when everybody's at work and nobody's paying attention. Just go to eBay, type in your books, and just go, ending soonest. Just keep an eye on them. You might get one that sneaks through. I think I got 2 really good prices on 2 really good books here that have a potential to go up, and hopefully I'm letting you guys know what they are. Keep your eyes open for them, and maybe you can get some great books into your collection without destroying your bank account. Guys, thank you for joining yet again. I wanted to ask you to please don't forget to click like, subscribe, and click on notifications to see the videos as they come out. Remember, when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away Ultimate Fallout 4 second printing Pacelli in a 9.6 white page, and we're going to have another live stream commemorating that, and just growing the channel and having fun, and thanking every single person that joins and watches and enjoy and have some fun along with us. Until I see you on the next video, mahalo.